Straight out of Jersey with Jersey Jay-Z. With the freak of New York, Greg Valentino. And your host, Jersey Jay-Z.
What's up, guys? We are live Thursday night. Me and Greg Valentino. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, same bullshit, just enjoying the global warming up here, Global warming, baby.
Yeah, what's going on? We got Dan in the chat. What's up, Dan?
What's up, Dan?
Marcos, what's up, brothers?
Marcos.
Hey, Dan, if you want to jump on, I'll send you the link. If you want to come on and say hello, you're more than welcome, brother. Marcos.
It's funny. You talk about global warming, but I think they said that NASA said since 2017, it's actually gotten colder, But people, global warming, you can't do anything to stop that. Whatever nature decides is what nature decides. It could throw a solar flare and we're all fucked. We're cooked.
Yep. Brian Pablo, first, happy New Year 25, guys. Let's go.
Brian, what's going on? Brian, I got your video right here. I could play it for you.
Biggest Momo, what's up, guys?
I don't know if Brian got it, like if it went into him yet. He said it might take 2 weeks, but what is it, like on a mail? Like I thought when you send something, I sent it as a Brian, I sent it as a airdrop, or what do we call that shit, Joe? Airdrop?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he should have got it.
It was too big for email.
Oh, so wow.
I had to airdrop it, but it said it went through. I don't know. But I gave you a personal video, Brian. If it doesn't go through, Brian, let me know, and I will resend it.
What's up, Rick? How you doing, Rick?
Or if you know of a better way, Brian, if you have a better way, if you have a work or something like that, I could send it to you in a different way so you get it immediately.
How you doing, Marcos? You saw what's happening in Venezuela.
Hey, Marcos.
Yes, I saw what's going on in Venezuela. Ryan, Greg, you sent it via airmail specifically. I've been waiting for it. Thank you. LOL.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that. I thought airmail goes right through. Airdrop, or whatever it's called.
An airdrop or something. Yeah. Did you see all those fires in California? What's going on with that?
I don't know, but listen. Do you ever watch? Do you remember George Carlin?
Of course.
We talks about that's my fire. I root for that fire. But the tsunami and everything. Because tsunami comes in, right? Wipes out the whole neighborhood. And what happens? They rebuild. And where do they rebuild? Same spot. And then what happens? About 5-6 years later, tsunami comes in. Every year they have those fires. And I'm not making light of it. God bless all those people. And I wouldn't want my house to burn down, But I would also rethink things because they had one guy on, the guy who bought Donnie Mose's house. Remember Donnie Mose from Happy Days? Right.
He was
Happy Days.
Happy Days, yes, Donnie Mose.
Right. He bought Donnie Mose's house, and he said so far it's burned down 4 times in these fires. 4 times, and he's rebuilt it each time. Dude, do you understand what I'm saying? Any of you people, that's what George Carlin talked about. He used to say, that's my fire. I root for that. But the craziest thing is when you got to get 30 fucking different people. I'd like to thank the county clerk. I'd like to thank the guy who opened up the gas station. I'd like to thank, shut up with all that shit. Then you got Joe Biden going, what? Where's the fire? What? I turned the fireplace off. What? I don't smoke cigarettes. What are you talking about? You don't fucking know nothing. The Democrats are, the piece of shit that runs fucking, California, Governor Newscum, as Trump calls him. And he's out there, listen, we have taken care of this. If it wasn't for me, the fire would have been worse. Bullshit, motherfucker. You drained the whole fucking reservoir over there. They can't even have no water to put out the fire.
No.
They're lying. The Democrats are lying. They just they can't stop lying. Dude, dude, let me ask any of you people one thing. I don't mean to get political, but did you guys watch, first of all, Jimmy Carter? Listen, he wasn't a bad man, but he was an ass of a president. He sucked. And Biden, it's between him and Biden who's the 2 worst. But did you see Jimmy Carter today? He was in church. He was in church.
Jimmy Carter, he was in church?
He was dead. He was dead. He was in the box in church. But did you see Barack Obama sat next to Donald Trump? And they sat there laughing. And Donald Trump's making jokes like this. And Obama's over there laughing his ass off. And he's making jokes. And he's opening up a book. And he's kind of hiding his face, laughing. Like that. And he's so much for the KKK leader sitting with the poor victim. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, so if he's really the KKK leader, if he's really an existential threat to democracy and he's like bad for this country, why are you sitting next to him yucking it up?
You're right.
Oh, you're over there laughing. Go Google that shit. You would think they were ass buddies, Donald Trump's like, here, Barack, pull my finger.
Yeah, it up, you know?
That's what they were doing in church.
That's crazy.
So much for Trump being oh my God, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Yep.
See, they
Brian
don't
Pablo,
really believe that shit. Did you
Brian
see?
Pablo's in another state, he said, Queensland.
Oh, he's in Queensland? Is that, another state in Australia?
Yep, I guess so. Dan Cellana said, Joe, I would love to jump on the show. All right, Dan.
All right, Dan.
There's the StreamYard, Dan, if you want to come in and talk. We're trying to give everyone a chance.
If any of you guys want to come on, Brian
Mr.
Pablo.
G's on now. I'm going to let Mr. G come on, too, in a little while. Luciano, we know all about a bummer, a shit in his pants. Justice is coming.
Diversity. I'm trying to read Mr. G's thing.
Mr. G said,
Man, I got to start wearing glasses, bro. I can't see anything.
John Saldi, what's up, John? It's been a while.
John Saldi. Happy New Year, John.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, Mr. John.
Well, it's a Jimmy the Iron Bull. I haven't shit in 8 days. Well, I'm sure that's not Jimmy the Bull.
That's not Jimmy. Dude, listen, that's the same guy that uses my name and a thing. Bro, come on. You know what I mean? If you're going to, you should say it's a parody account or, so that people are good. But when you start talking in other people's names, you understand what I'm saying?
That's true. Gypsy Joker. What's going on, Gypsy Joker?
Hold on a second. Lucia, is that you on the fucking thing using my name? Yeah. All right, but don't do that shit.
What's up, Bill? Are you there?
You know what it is? I saw my name come on there, and look, it's stupid, bro. Come on, you don't.
Yeah, no, that was really, I think that was Lucia. I got Dan. He's there.
Yeah, that was Lucia.
Dan Cellana's right there.
Can you hear me?
We hear you, brother. We hear you.
I don't know why I can't see my face.
You're on your iPhone?
Yeah, I'm on an iPhone.
Oh, it should be able to see it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a
doing,
bummer. Let's see here.
See if you can get it. Hey, it's Brian Hernandez, Greg. That's my brother George making fun of you.
Where?
Avatar.
Hey.
Let's see.
George says, "Hey, it's Brian Hernandez, Greg."
Yeah,
oh man. I might have to jump out and
jump back. Out.
Try to get straight. Yeah, because you want to see the person you're talking to. Otherwise, we could get trolls on here. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not. Speaking of trolls, fake Jimmy the Bull. I don't give a shit what you think, but just be a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Don't use my name because somebody caused trouble with my name in the past, and then people think they're talking to me, and that's not cool. That's not good. Then we got to find out who you are, and don't think that we can't. Okay? Because even Joe will tell you, George has a way of finding out. We have.
TT Warrior 1 says, "Why am I more hungry after I eat than before? Once I can't stop."
You're like my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's hungry after dinner.
So I think Dan has to add the camera. I guess so.
No, George, I think, just said Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year. What's going on, brother?
Thank you, John Saldi. John Saldi even said, "Get a life." Dude, imagine if you got to fucking make believe you're somebody else. I would understand. I wouldn't care if you made a parody account, but don't make believe you're me. I had a problem with that with somebody, and we found out who they were because I reported them. And, if I got to report you, it's not going to be pretty. You know what I mean? But we don't even have to do that. We have ways of, just trust me, But the thing is that, I had to report a person for that. I already told you about it. They carried on fucking some stupid bitch was in Texas and carrying on a relationship with a fake me. Never met me, but was talking to me online. First of all, why would you want to I'm an ugly motherfucker. Okay, so what fucking girl? Why would you want to talk to me? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to do that?
That's true. That's true.
And Dave, I hope that's not you doing that. I know you got a funky personality, Dave. You know who I'm talking about.
Deep 1985. Joe Zapata. Sup, Joe Zapata and Greg and the chat. You're doing Simply Deep 1985.
Who's that?
Simply Deep 1985.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Simply Deep? What's going on, man? I can't. He's like, for some reason, I can't see it all without my fucking reading glasses on. John Saldi.
Yeah.
What does John say?
John Saldi said, BS loser to make a fake site to get a life too. Too much time on your hands, bro. Shaking my head. Thank you, John Saldi. You know what it is? Somebody actually caused a big problem for me. And I had,
It was a whole identity theft thing too. I got, dude, with the IRS, you have no idea what the shit I had to go through. It was somebody using a fake identity, and that's not funny. You could use my name, but say it's a parody account, okay? Then it's funny, but don't make believe you're somebody else. You got other guys in there. Jimmy the Bull's in there. That's not Jimmy the Bull. I'll call Jimmy right fucking now.
Dave live in Florida? Dave lives in Florida. Yes, Dave lives in Florida.
Dave lives in Florida. What happened to Dan? Dan, where the hell are you?
I don't know. I think he's having problems with the camera.
Come on, Dan. We want to see you. If any of you guys want to talk to, did any of you guys see the video I put up on the Wes Watson thing? Did any of you guys see that shit? Let me tell you something. I just want to say one thing. I'm not a fan of Wes Watson at all. Okay, but that guy, I know that guy talked to him online and they met up and but that guy did everything wrong. Dude, you don't put a camera and then fucking walk over. Well, the guy's with 6 of his fucking boys and all that shit. Because you know what? You setting up a camera because you wanted to go viral and show a viral fight, and you got what you asked for. Dude, the outcome wasn't what you asked for, but that's bad, bro. If you have a beef, you know what you do? You wait till it goes into the bathroom or the locker room. You get him in the bathroom stall and throw him a beating where he can't move out of there, put his fucking head in the toilet, flush it a few times. Why do you have to film that shit? Can you imagine Larry Pollock or even Jimmy the Bull?
That's true.
Okay. Can you imagine those guys? Do you think that they'd sit there and be like, I'm going to film this and I'm going to go up to no way. Even as Larry, he'd wait. You'd go out to your car, put your key in your fucking in the fucking car door, and before you know it, you're in trouble. I'm just telling you, and there'd be no cameras. She's like, who's going to film themselves committing an assault? It was a stupid thing. Now, Wes Watson went too far, kicking a guy when he was down. Johnny Bravo and I talked this before, and he was saying to me, bro, you got to see the real video. The guy was already on his hands and knees. The fight was over, and Wes Watson kept coming over and fucking shooting for a field goal. That shit's bullshit,
Rick Steinman, how you doing, Rick?
Is that Rick?
Yo!
Oh, Rick.
What's up, fellas?
Rick, where's the friggin' Detroit at?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Rick, I'm a huge baseball fan. I like baseball way better than volleyball.
Look what I pulled out from under my desk for you.
Uh-oh. There you go. Yankees. There you go. We're liking it, Rick. That a boy.
That's for you, Greg. I had it under my desk last week, but
thank you, Rick. I'm a Rick. I don't know if you know, but I'm a huge baseball. I like baseball better than bodybuilding. I've always been a big baseball player. That's my thing, baseball. I love baseball. I watch minor league shit. I watch girls baseball. My daughter used to be, was a top lacrosse player, and she'd sometimes play on this field where she's on this field and there's a baseball game going on the other field. And sometimes, I'd be watching my daughter, I'd be like, that's it, Gina, go down, shoot. And then I'd run over there. Holy shit, what are you swinging at? You know what I mean? I'd be watching 2 games at once.
Your daughter's getting them in the headlocks and MMA.
Yeah, forget it. My daughter's in. They used to call my daughter Crazy Stick because my daughter's small. She's like 5'1", but she's got she carries the stick where she used to run with one hand and she'd shoot with one hand and stuff. She was nuts.
You like Yankees moves so far? No,
I don't think Rick's not really a baseball fan. I think it's more
not
of a.
Really. It's just when the hair grows out. But I had a little bit of a trim. I got the 5 o'clock. But this is about as short as it goes.
You know what you do, Rick? Rick, listen, I'm gonna give you a little hint. Do what I do. Shave the side so it makes it look like there's more.
I know.
See that? You got what I got. Right. That's what I got right there.
We're like twins over here.
Huh?
I said we're like twins over here. I almost look like I almost look like Armand right now. I saw the Tuesday he was in Turkey.
Armand, yes. Armand, dude, those guys all got
Armand, I hope you're doing all right, bro. It looks like it hurt.
Armand's a good man. Those guys, right. they I don't know him, Dave, all those guys too. Who gives a shit? Get your fucking head balls.
I know. I was gonna do it, but then the pain and.
You know what you do, Rick? You got to grow a little. Like I got the old man mustache and shit, and you know why? Because if you got a big schnoz and stuff, it don't look good when you're bald.
Like that one?
That's okay, Rick. Rick, do you have any? Rick, what's your nationality? You got any Italian in you or no?
No. I'm Indian.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Rick, I love Indian girl. I dated an Indian girl. She was the funniest fucking girl I've ever dated, honestly. You know what? You know why? Because she grew up here in this country, and she was a 2nd generation child. Her father was 70. You know what I mean? And she this is when I was like a teenager, and her father was like already 70 years old when he had her, and they brought her over here. She's an Indian from Trinidad, though. Her parents were from India. Then they had her in Trinidad, and they brought her here. So they spoke English to her, but she learned really bad English, right? So she'd be at my house. I'd say, so she'd tell me, you'll be at my house at 3:30, yes? And I'd say, yeah. Then I'd say to her, okay, her name was, believe that was Cynthia. That was the name we called her. She had some other Indian name. We'd say to her, how do you say spoon in Indian? She'd say, oh, I don't fucking know. And I said, what do you mean you don't know? You speak the worst English.
Mr. G.
In Indian.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Hey, Mr. G, it's me. Rick, nice to meet you. I'm in Michigan here, brother. Sorry to interrupt you, Greg, but go ahead. I just wanted to say hi to Mr. G before I get cut off.
Oh, you're not going to.
You don't get cut off.
No, you're a cop. You can talk whatever.
Mr. G, say that's Rick. Say hello to Rick Simon.
Rick Simon, he's a fan of the show.
What's up, buddy?
Thank you.
Mr. G, did you see what I was saying before? Did you see Barack
Wes Watson?
Obama sitting with Trump? And
because
he's sitting with Hitler, right? He calls Trump Hitler. And he's saying he's this threat to democracy is the worst thing for them. Meanwhile, they were yucking it up, laughing and shit. Trump's over there, pull my finger. You know what I mean?
They went too. First of all, they went too far. When you're in a position, right, of authority, and people look up to you, and you have lots of people, millions of people watching, you have to be aware of what you're saying.
Yeah,
and conscious that you can mislead people who are maybe not that educated and take you and trust everything you're saying. You know, they were outright lying stuff, and as a result,
of course,
you know. So Trump is doing like what we would do, the same thing, but he's not gonna not go after them. They did illegal. They did all sorts of illegal stuff. They wanted to have him arrested for nothing. You know, make all this stuff up.
They're trying to get us all arrested for nothing.
Yeah, we're patriots. We want to be left alone. They want more government. We want to be left alone.
Look at the Al Smith.
That. I got another letter in the mail about. Remember, I talked to you last week about that Maloney lawsuit. They sent another letter in the mail from the court now, saying give us $300 for the case evaluation. Fucking get out of here.
You got to show it to a lawyer.
Case evaluation, which I didn't ask for.
Just don't ignore the court. Don't ignore them. You better make sure you talk to a lawyer for that, because they can fucking do whatever they want.
But the problem is, right? If you hire they're all a part of the bar. So if you hire a lawyer, he wants $5,000 to get involved. He's just going to throw you under the bus. He's going to get with their lawyer. Right, and then say, "Oh, just give them, my fee's $5,000. Give them $5,000 as well." And these. Well,
go online, and find some legal shit, like legal where they give you advice for that shit. You know what I mean? Free advice.
It's tough. I've been through it, man. I know how it goes.
We've all been through it. It's
But these courts and the government. Somebody's saying like from 2 years ago they slipped on our driveway 2 years ago, and now they filed suit this last year in 24. They filed suit in April saying that they slipped on the driveway
against your homeowner's insurance.
Well, against me. But see, I got a different homeowner's insurance now, so the homeowners that I had then is not going to help me now. But it's like, how do I know that I wasn't even here? Because I drive truck over the road, and something allegedly happened while I was gone, and then I had no idea. Nobody said anything. All of a sudden, 2 years later, I get a notice saying that somebody's trying to sue me for a slip and fall outside.
It's a civil case.
But see, it is a civil case. But the thing of it is here in Michigan, when they do that, your only choice is, okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to hire a lawyer yourself. If you go to a lawyer to try to get a defense against a civil case, they want $5,000 to get involved. I don't have $5,000. So I'm fighting.
Just look, first of all, just show up. Do you have a date?
Well, the date's set for trial now in April, because I've been doing it pro se. I answered the complaint. I tried to do a motion to dismiss, which they didn't want to hear. I had a case evaluation 2-3 weeks ago. And now it's set for trial. So I don't know. I guess I just
All right,
show
here's
myself.
what you can do. Here, hold on, stop. I don't mean to. One of my clients I've had for 15 years. This is what he does. He's a lawyer for the insurance companies. He does these cases every day for tens of millions of dollars. So send me your info, and I'll ask you when I'm going to see him over the next couple of days what you should do.
Yeah,
because they say that all the time, or throw them out,
Yeah, Rick.
Here's another thing though with the insurance. Like I looked back at the policy from like 2 years ago. There's like a deductible on that policy that's like 10 G's. So if I turn that thing over to the insurance, am I saying that like, oh yeah, okay, I'm saying that whatever your client is alleging is true, let the insurance pay whatever deductible there is, then I'll pay it. No, like I'm not agreeing that even anything happened.
No, but Mr. G's telling you, send him your information.
You're gonna send me the info,
and he will talk to somebody, and they'll tell you what path to go.
Yeah, I'll give you my email. All right.
Yeah, get the email. We'll figure it out.
You know what, Joe? Rick, do you have Joe's information here? Or Rick, Joe, you send it to him because you don't want to put it up here.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
You give my email. You give my number too. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
because
give him his number. It's easier to talk.
There's going to be a trial coming up at the end of April, and like they're asking for like $20K. So the way that I'm looking at it now is that if I show up there and a jury gives them $20K, I got no choice but to do a bankruptcy after that.
Hold on. Your homeowner insurance, right, is representing you, right? They're suing your homeowners.
No, they're suing me because I did reach out to the homeowners about it, and they basically fluffed me off. They said that, well, first of all, that policy, you don't have the same policy, and number two, they're saying, oh, they didn't name us in this suit, so you're on your own. And I'm like,
yeah, but you don't own the property. You don't own the
listen, you have to have somebody look at that. You can't play lawyer, you lose.
Wait, hold on. You don't own the house. You don't own. You're not the homeowner?
Yeah, I am. But I have a different homeowner's insurance now than from 2 years ago.
But it happens.
Just send me the info.
What you had the day that happened.
Just send me the info.
Send him the info, and he'll help you.
We'll talk about it offline. We'll send it.
Ask him.
He'll help you. He'll help you.
At the end of the day, listen.
Take him up on it.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just pray on it. Just don't worry about it. Let it go.
Yeah.
So how do I get
the outcome is going to be the best scenario.
Mr. G, how will I get a hold of you? Where do I
get a hold of me? I'll send you my information.
Yeah.
Okay, send it to me.
I'm going to send you his phone number.
I'm trying to get it to go away without doing a bankruptcy or if the homeowners that I had before pays for it, I don't want to pay them.
You're going way over the top. Forget it.
I know. Okay.
Rick, my email's in the chat. You'll see it right in the chat. JoeZapataYanks@gmail.com. Okay. Send me an email.
He's going to give you George's phone number too, and then you can talk to George about it.
Information, and we'll work it out. We'll help you out. Right, Rick? All right, brother. Rick, I'll talk to you later.
All right, Rick. Thank you.
Rick.
Mr. G, how you been? You're looking
good.
Man.
So the whole Wes Watson thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
The guy, they're right here. He's 35 miles from me.
Where's that?
Wes Watson. They're in Miami.
Where are you? You're in Boca, right?
Yeah, but Rick, I'm 30 miles from there.
Oh yeah.
Go pay him a visit.
No, first of all, neither one of those guys can fight.
Of course.
I would have my hands up. Like I wouldn't have my. First of all, I'd be like this. The other guy's not a fighter, and I think that guy, when the guy walked around the back and you can't see with the dumbbell, I think I'm going to bet that he hit him in the head with that dumbbell.
He might have, but the guy went charged, and Johnny said that what's his name took him down, but I don't think he took him down. He tripped. It looked like he tripped like this and fell.
No, but Greg, did you see this stuff? There's one part you can't see with the guy.
I understand that, but
the guy with the dumbbell, I think, whacked him in the back of the head.
He might have hit him. He might have.
I think that's what. Yeah, because that really stunned him.
But the guy still ran after that and then tried to dive on top of fucking what's his name and fell. But here's the bottom line, George.
You can't fight. Why would you keep punching the guy in the
George,
ground?
you're not going to put up a camera in a gym, okay, and then walk over to the guy and start that shit. I don't care if they talked online before that or whatever. Okay, you go up to a guy. He's got 5 or 6 of his.
No,
friends.
I know, but
they got dumbbells.
The guy does that to me. Look, Greg, Wes can't fight. That's why he.
You think I don't know that?
No, Greg. If he did it to Joe or to someone who could fight, I wouldn't. That's not how I would have handled it.
Me neither.
I would have said, "Hey, you want to fight? I'll tell you what. Let's go to the local boxing place or whatever, and we'll go. That's how we'll handle it."
I would have told him we'll go in the parking lot.
I wouldn't.
But your friends stay here. You can't have friends. You can't fight. You're by yours. How come that guy didn't bring a crew with him? I mean, how stupid is
Because the guy didn't expect he didn't expect. He's not a fighter. The guy walked with his hands down like this.
I know that. But how stupid is that though?
Listen,
they all should be locked up. All of them. Everybody should be locked up.
Greg, they're like gang. All those guys are weak.
You know that, and I
they're
know
weak.
That.
They stomped the. Obviously, if you ever had a fight, you can see the guy can't fight.
No shit. He's over there throwing a punch from back here. Wes Watson's back here, and then he fucking does a punch. I mean, I know that. But the thing is, the guy was buying.
I know. I understand that part.
You walk in. Listen, a judge is going to say you went there looking for trouble. You set up a camera, thought you were going to go play tough guy in a fucking thing, and you got your ass beat.
Well, Greg, this happens in the street all the time. Road rage. Someone at the store yells at. I've had that happen to me. Guy yell at my son, and then and he's yelling at my son, and I get out and I calm the situation. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. I could destroy the guy, but I'm not gonna do that unless if I had. I'm just to that level.
Way. That's because you and I are fucking in our mid-60s. That's why. But when we were younger, 21, 22, I would have fucking cracked the dude over the head too. But the problem is,
Greg, you would have cracked the guy over the head with a dumbbell?
No, I would have punched him in the face. I mean, we would have gone. We would have went.
No, you guys and your friends.
I would have told him if I wanted to fight.
Greg, your friends would have stopped it.
No, I would have. If they were smart, they'd stop it. But I would.
Of course they would.
Me and him, because I've been there before. When I beat my bully, I told my friend, nobody jumps in. You stay. You make sure nobody jumps in, and that's me and him. And that's what
45. Hold on, Greg. 45 times in the head.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yes, they would have stopped. I would have. The guy.
What the judge would say.
Yes, the guy walked into Lions Den, but you have to have some type of moral compass. That's someone who's strong.
That's a punk.
That's weak people that do that.
That's a punk. I get
right.
I get
so they're gonna get what they deserve.
Come to New York City. Come to New York City, walk down fucking Times Square, walk through a bunch of 13-year-olds with backpacks and fucking
yummies.
Sneakers
They're
on.
called yummies.
You won't last. There'll be 25 guys on top of you.
I'm bringing in Dan.
Hey.
Dan.
What's going on, guys?
Dan the man.
How's it going?
Good, man. Good to see you, man. You look good.
Yeah. I'm happy to be on the show.
No problem, man.
Thanks for having me.
Glad you watch, man. Yeah.
I love it.
Too?
What's that?
I see you on RX Muscle sometimes too.
Oh yeah, I'm always I've been on that for a while now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now this is Dan, right?
Yeah. How's it going, Greg?
You got how you doing, Dan? What's going on?
Good.
Where you
bringing in the new year here.
You know what's funny? At first, from a distance, you look like Joe's brother George. From a distance, from back.
We're like up here. How's it going, Mr. G?
It's going good.
Yeah, Florida treating you good?
Yes, everything's great. Yeah, training. Awesome. I surfed today. I surfed for like 3 hours a day.
Awesome. Oh man, yeah.
The water here, when it gets cold up north, where do you?
Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts. It's freezing up here.
When you get those cold fronts and the nor'easters, we get really good waves down here.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
we get really
yeah.
good snow up here. Let me ask you a question, Dan. You just made me think of something. Are you a Boston Red Sox fan?
Actually, I was years ago. I haven't
Okay.
watched them in years. I'm Celtics.
Oh, okay.
Follow the Celtics more now. Yeah.
Patriots, right? New England Patriots.
You know, I guess so. You know, we had a lot of good times with Brady, but yeah, I haven't watched football lately. So
Yeah, I'm not a football guy at all.
yeah.
Right? I really don't like
I watched this
baseball.
Netflix thing with
Yeah.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I just actually
Yeah.
finished that. That was really good. The rivalry was crazy back then.
Yeah.
The
I remember
fights
all
out
that.
on the court, everything. Those guys are. That's how basketball, you know,
Larry
used to.
Bird was badass, bro.
Yeah.
His back was so bad. He
Yeah.
used to lay after he play after like playing 2 minutes, he would lay on the ground. His back was so messed up.
Yeah, he didn't really.
Said Joe Zapata is a coward and he didn't show up to Alabama to talk to John Romano.
Who
I'm
said
scared
that?
of him. Grubhub. Yes, I am. I was scared of John
Who's
Romano.
Grubhub?
Sorry.
Sorry, he didn't.
John, I know.
Joe, you know what, Joe? I'll bet you that's the same guy that comes on and says he's Jimmy the Bull or me or any of that shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen those guys. Yeah.
That would be the funny part.
Dude, imagine you have no life and you see, like, you know, Dan, I respect you. You come on, you're yourself. You know, you're
yourself.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got Rick Simon come on. But I mean, when you're, you know, when your name is like
Oh.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, drug addict.
and you can talk
Yeah.
shit.
I'm a drug addict.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some. I don't know. They're definitely out there. Some
You gotta
of
be
these
out there.
people.
You gotta be there.
Listen,
Ruben
that's the whole
Sanchez.
point
Hey,
of free
Ruben.
speech is letting people say that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
you know
Well-
what? Be man enough to stand up when you say something. Be man, you know, when
I
you
tell
talk
you
to
what,
me.
George, right now,
Come
Grubhub listening, George would give him 10 grand right now if he stepped in the ring with George. Give him 10 grand right now.
He's talking about George Zapata, not
My
George
brother
Mr. G.
would give him 10 grand. It's the Grubhub to step in the ring with him right now.
Yeah, that'd
Listen.
be
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
And George Zapata would kill him. And
And
then
then-
you know what I would do? I'd butt fuck him.
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
fuck him till he fucking said I
Correct.
love you.
You know, it's so
Grubhub,
funny.
if you gotta make money,
if you
Grubhub.
block the
you
comments, I
offer
do
10
believe you
grand.
are scared of me.
Oh
they
my
say?
God. So, Greg,
Yes.
I live in a little town in Western Mass, and you're gonna love this. So, over the summer, Ariana Grande came through because her boyfriend. We have the Williamstown Theater Festival up here,
Right.
and he was in one of the plays. So she was like walking around downtown.
Oh,
And
shit.
and I was thinking of you. I'm like, man, if I could like.
Dude, you should have told her, if you can throw a fart and just let me jar that thing.
That's what I was thinking.
I would fucking.
I was like-
There's no way when you look at Ariana Grande or what's that other one I like, Joe?
She looks anorexic now, though, Greg.
Dude, I like. Listen,
She looks like she hasn't eaten anything in
I
like
love
2
that.
weeks.
Joe, I like skinny, young and skinny. You know who I like? That little girl that plays Wednesday Addams. What the hell's her name again, Joe?
Oh,
I
know you told me. I mean, the new movie.
new Wednesday.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
live in the bathroom a week to smell one of her farts. There's no way that Ariana Grande goes like this, like, and oh, smell this. I can guarantee it smells like spring flowers and shit.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Greg, you already have one.
Like that.
Greg, you got your girl. Your girl looks like
her too. Lucia.
you got Lucia. So I mean,
Yes,
you already got your Ariana Grande.
I know she's skinny, right? My girlfriend's skinny.
Yeah.
I like him like that, though. I like a little Ariana Grande. She knows I love it. You know, I love Johnny Depp's. What the hell's it? The Amber Turd. If she shit on my pillow, I would have like took a little fucking plastic bag and kept that thing.
She's
Yeah,
psycho,
girl,
though, Greg. That's the problem. She's psycho.
Girl.
I know. But I like a girl that's a little psycho. You know what I mean?
She's
She's a little bit psycho. I love that.
How many kids you have, Dan?
2. Yeah. Yeah.
How
yeah,
old
married.
are your babies? How old are your kids?
My son's gonna be 9 this month, and my daughter's gonna be 7 in April.
God bless. God bless.
yeah,
You-
You guys ski or snowboard?
I ski. Yeah. I got back into it with the kids, so yeah.
That's
Back
great.
out there with the wife too, skiing. So it's good.
Wait
yeah.
till they get to be teenagers and they start telling you, "Oh my God, you're so annoying. Go over there."
I know. Right now, it's awesome. I right now I'm like, the king of the world. So
You're the hero.
they love me.
You'll always be the hero. But it's just like, Dad, you're my hero. I love you, but you're embarrassing me. Go over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody
I
goes
know.
to
I dread
Father's
that
Day.
day.
Why are you doing this? Shh, you're
Yeah.
talking so loud, Dad. Please. Shh. Oh my God, Mom, he's embarrassing me. That's what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, I know. It will come.
That's why our kids don't want to tell us half the stuff because they know how we'll act.
Oh yeah.
Like something happens in school, don't tell Dad because they know we'll march right down there.
My kids are
oh yeah, my old man. Yeah, he didn't take any shit. I was afraid of him.
My father, but he walks softly but carried a big stick. I would say, he was my father. I was great, close with him and everything, but you knew never to fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have two boys or a girl?
A boy and a girl. Yeah.
Okay.
He said his girl's 7 and his boy's 9.
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna be 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you a Boston Bruins fan too?
No, George, I fell off the whole sports thing for a while, so I'm kind of, maybe I'll get back into it. We'll see.
I fell off once they started taking a knee.
Forget about it.
You work out?
Yeah, I work out. Yeah.
What, do your kids play sports at all? Or
my son. They both. Well, they ski. Both of them ski.
Okay, that's good.
Basketball. My daughter does dance and soccer.
You got to keep them active. It's when they have too much time on their hands and they want to do this. Boo, boo, boo,
yeah, I know. I know it's tough. It seems like all the kids nowadays do that. Just want to stare at a screen all day. So
but you work out. You go to a gym.
Yeah. I have a little gym down in my basement. So and Peloton bike. I get on that thing every so often. So I try to keep the cardio going and don't lift as heavy as I used to, but I still get after it.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to kill yourself. You're not going for any big shows or any of that kind of
stuff. No, it's just a hobby now. Just feeling good. So yeah.
How old are you, Lynn? How old did you say you were?
I'm 43.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and Mr. G could be your father. We're like 20 something years older.
Greg, I remember back in the day when I was a teenager, when you got busted.
Oh shit.
And you're full blown. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that shit was
it was wild. And
it didn't look real, right?
Oh man, I couldn't believe it. I never saw anything like it. I remember like the Flex mags and all, but man, that was.
Wait till you see Greg in person. Greg actually looks like he wears shoulder pads.
I know, you can tell. Like he's got that V. Yeah,
I've never seen it for real. It looks like there's something inside his sweaters.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you.
No, I mean, people don't realize that you actually are that big.
Yeah, you're very wide.
My shoulders are
Greg's wide.
I also have big legs, but a small waist makes me appear that I'm big. Like
that's the key. The small. Yeah, I got to keep the waist.
Right, it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the pants.
We're going to be in Alabama. And
I was wearing 30 waist. My waist was 30 in Alabama. Wearing
you guys are all. Joe, you going to that show or?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, Joe? Yeah, Joe's going to go.
I'd like to go.
Be awesome. I'd love to get over there. I don't know when is it again?
It's going to be in June. We'll start pumping it up. We're going to do a whole bunch of. Now we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff for the fans. We'll have like a Gong show, a Simon Says show, maybe maybe a bros versus pros.
Yeah.
With a strong man, flip the tire.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
So like,
I'll be the judge. I ain't doing any of that shit.
Obviously, win money.
Yeah, that's
prizes.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, man.
Maybe George will have a boxing thing at his thing.
There you go.
2-1-minute rounds. Challenge YouTuber, right?
What's that new thing? Everyone's that slap fighting.
Oh my God,
that shit's funny.
That's insane.
How you train for that?
I don't know. You just have to show up, I guess. Just get hit in the head.
Well, the other way to train for that would be that you got to make your trap muscles as strong as possible, so this way your head doesn't.
Yeah. That's
the
probably
only
the only training you need to do.
I can think of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
Because you
And
can't
the first time I saw it, I
It's
couldn't believe it. I'm like, is this actually like for real? Like people actually do this for sport? You know, it's odd to
funny.
me. It's odd to
You
me.
get knocked out with that. Even chicks. You ever see
Yeah, the girls are getting in on it now.
whoever gets hit first? A lot of times the first guy gets hit. It's not. You know, you don't even get a chance to knock. You know,
You ever see the guy that his face blew up like this?
Oh my God, yeah, I did see that.
That's
What?
insane.
That's
That
crazy.
was, Tim Sylvia. He was an MMA monster.
Oh yeah, that tall. He's like
Yeah,
7
that's
feet
Tim
tall.
Sylvia. Dude, that guy's a fucking big time.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit by
UFC
that.
fighter.
Dude.
He was a champion in UFC one time, George. That guy with the
Oh, who, Sylvia? He's in
Tim Sylvia.
the slap. He's in the slap boxing.
That guy you
man.
talked about, where you see on the internet, and his face is out there. That's Tim Sylvia.
That's who that is.
Yep.
Oh,
Man.
He beat Mariusz Pudzianowski. He was the
I
first
know,
one.
but he's why he's even he must be doing it. He's doing it for obviously for the money.
Oh, a lot
because,
of MMA guys. As a matter of fact, Dana White has a whole division of that shit where the MMA
but
guys.
you got to realize the MMA guy. But these guys have already been. You know, once you've had 20 fights, you kind of like that. That's kind of like as many fights as you could have. I mean, like after
Dude,
after
that-
20 fights, your
but you
body.
Oh yeah, you got to be done after that.
Your
That's
body's
brain
destroyed.
damage.
I mean, they're fighting with injuries all the time.
I hate to
Yeah.
tell you, but those guys learn. Like Boss Rutan said, he's been in a million street fights. He very rarely ever uses. He never punches. He only punches in the liver, or in here in the torso.
Yeah.
When it comes to the head, he uses his fist and his palm like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He palm shoots the guy, and he'll do it just right. When those guys know how to do that shit, that's worse than fucking getting punched. That's why there's more. You see guys in the UFC get hit, fucking, bang, and they're still standing. But you would see somebody with that smack, and biggest guys, fucking 300-pound guys get knocked. Dude, you ever see the guy that died? He was a champion, and he was a fucking power lifter. He looked like Mariusz Pudzianowski.
He died?
Google it. The guy that died, I think when the champion knocked him out with a slap, and they didn't catch him, and he hit his head on the concrete on the back, and that's how
I didn't see that. No.
and they didn't call the ambulance right away. He laid there for 45 minutes. Google it. He's a
I gotta check that out next
monster.
time. Well, we know
This
the
happened
crazy
recently?
super heavyweight champ. We know
It happened like 2 or 3 years ago. You got to Google the guy that died. He was an ex powerlifter, died getting in a slap fight. In
have to check it out.
Oh, the slap fight.
in a
Dude.
slap fight.
Yeah,
He got
'cause look, that's
dude,
why
he was-
people
he
don't
was like
spar.
300
No one spars with a head like that anymore.
Yeah, but he was 350 pounds with giant traps. Like, I'll rip out your neck and shit down the hole. He was one of those. And he got smacked really hard by another big lumberjack motherfucker. And you would never think, because this guy was looked like Mariusz Pudzianowski. He had that hair, big fucking Polish.
Yeah, those guys are like farm boys. Some of those guys. They're huge.
I've been with Mark Henry a million times. Mark Henry's hands are literally like a baseball.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
he's huge.
Mark-
He's like
Mark Henry's hands.
400
are
pounds, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
His fucking fingers are like 2 fat sausages, one finger. And
He's a
it's
sick athlete too.
Shit.
Oh,
He's a sick athlete. He could have
Well, when
played.
he picked up that dumbbell that was like insane weight. What was that? That was years ago though. Like he lifted it over his head. That was like that's insane.
You know what the hard thing was? That dumbbell, the handle was this fat.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, is to be able to.
Thing was like a soda can around.
Yep.
Crazy.
Dude, he
Crazy
would be
strong.
a great jujitsu fighter. You know why? Because those guys with the hands, guys with big hands, long arms. That's why, you don't have to be jacked or real strong. But that's why John Bones Jones is he's like a spider. Those long legs and big. He has long hands, like long fingers. And those fucking guys, Mark Henry, his hands, I'm telling you, are like this big. They're not normal. They're like
he's a
giant
beast.
bear claws.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's a really nice guy. I like Mark. But
Oh, what a fucking good guy he is.
Yeah, it seems like on his videos when he talks, he's always super chill and just somebody you wouldn't want to mess with. He'd tear your arms off.
he doesn't. He's besides the fact he's not a guy like that would ball. He would walk away.
He wouldn't do that. But if you ever got pissed, you'd be in serious trouble.
Oh, he's not.
yeah.
First, we say 450 pounds. You're not even going to move him. If he just decided, I'm going to lay on top of you, that's it. You're done.
But he was on his football team. He could do like 3-foot base jumps.
Yeah, he's fucking athletic.
Like I'm saying, he's unbelievably athletic.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm
Bench
not,
like 600 in high school.
listen, I'm not a wrestling fan.
Natural.
But what about that guy, the Big Show? That guy's
I
7
met him.
feet
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah, I know.
400, 500 pounds.
Yeah, Joe, you just were with like Ric Flair and all that a little while back.
I
Yeah,
would go to the shows like all those times. I saw
yeah,
But
yeah.
Joe,
I
how-
used to go to the show, like not those the sign shows, but the events, the wrestling events.
Oh, you
And
go to
I did
events?
see Big
Yeah.
Show live once, and
Yeah.
the first time I saw him, I go, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
He's
but the
just
thing
so
is-
Matt monster, you know. It's
but
like,
he was
dang.
agile. The thing is, what people don't realize is the Big Show could stand at the ring and jump right over like this and jump right over the fucking ropes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was agile. That's the
Yeah, I remember
You gotta
back
be
in the day in the
athletic.
'90s. Yeah, he was late '90s.
He just
Yeah, he
wasn't
was-
some big like Andre the Giant was a monster, okay, but he couldn't move right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You'd have forget about trying to take him down. He's another one. Wow, 400 or 500 pounds. Forget it.
Yeah.
You know, he's too big. But
Yeah.
the Big Show is athletic. Like
Yeah,
not
he
the
was
anymore.
dangerous
He's
for
a
sure.
Big Show
Yeah.
played basketball. You know, he was a basketball player in high school and college. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know he was.
You ever
he's
see
like
him? He was
7'2".
lean, he wasn't heavy.
Yeah.
It's like
So
Kevin
was
Nash.
the Undertaker. The Undertaker was a basketball player.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you, you be a basketball player. My daughter was a captain of the basketball team, and she's little, but you have to be a good athlete. You got to run to this end, run to that end, run to this end, run to that end. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
A lot of running.
You got to be athletic to play basketball. You can't.
That's why she's good at MMA.
Yeah, because but she has it. She was a natural athlete, but I'm just saying you have to be agile to play basketball. That Big Show,
Yeah.
I seen him jump over a rope. I'm not talking about stand on a rope and jump off. I'm talking about stand on one side and jump right over like this. That's not easy to do.
No, yeah, especially someone that size.
You know what that would do?
See the new Netflix thing with about Vince McMahon?
I did see that, George.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
Did you see-
I get on the Peloton and watch Netflix. That's what, that's what I do.
But you see his son?
Shane
Oh,
His
Shane,
son
yeah.
jumping from like 30
Yeah,
feet up.
in the cage.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like he
Kurt Angle threw him through
Did
what was
you
that,
see-
glass or whatever?
Glass. Yeah,
But did you
Yeah,
see-
that was
Did
insane.
you guys see the video that Kurt Angle put out where he was talking about how he had to do this like couch sex scene with Vince McMahon's daughter? And he said McMahon was like, they would make believe they were fucking, and McMahon's like, okay, stop. Do it again. And then McMahon would actually get like this real close to the and you know, Kurt Angle's
He's-
like tongue kissing.
McMahon's crazy.
And he said, Kurt Angle's like, I look at Vince, and Vince is like, you know, like, yeah, come on, more. You know what I mean? And this is his daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, I swear to God, I think he was getting turned on by seeing his daughter having sex with me. You know, there's something wrong with
McMahon,
that guy.
if all that stuff's true, that dude's a freak.
Well,
That is true.
I hear shit about him with guys in there fucking around. There's
Yeah.
a lot of shit with
Yeah.
that.
Well, Pat Patterson, right? He was like one of the yeah.
did
I
a lot
can't
of
imagine what went on back then.
Listen, I was
Yeah.
with Mike Quinn and Bob Bonham, and we were at this big dinner, and what's his name was there? Vince McMahon and Jesus.
the NPC McMahon.
Yeah, McMahon and Jim
Manion.
Jim
Who's
Manion.
that? Your kid? One of your kids?
The wife wants to know what I'm doing.
Tell you what,
I'm upstairs. What are you doing?
Tell you're hanging out with the boys.
So listen, Vince McMahon, this is when he first started, you know, he was trying to get in with the IFBB, and then he decided he was going to break off and start the, you know, the WBF, the bodybuilding thing. And him and they were arguing at the table. I was right there. And fucking, what's his name, got up and went after him. I'm telling you, Jesus
Manion.
Christ.
Jim
Man,
Manion.
Manion went after McMahon. McMahon stood up. I just stood up like this, but Manion had to get held back. Now, I jumped in with Bob Bonham, but Mike Quinn went crazy. You know, he grabbed Jim Manion, and so did Weinberger, who was there. We were all together. I was wearing a suit and tie, so it was funny. But the thing is, you know, we would just stand there like in between McMahon, but McMahon wasn't moving. I think he was scared because Manion was going crazy. I'm just telling you, Manion was like, "I'll fucking kill you! I'll kill you!" They were grabbing him like that. It was crazy, you know.
I think McMahon's pretty nuts.
Mike
Yeah,
Quinn
but I think McMahon's
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to it.
He's-
He's used to that anyway. To him, it's like another.
We were like fucking 10 feet away originally, and Mike Quinn dove like in the air, like fucking those 10 feet to land on top of Jim. It's funny.
So this,
Crazy.
hey, Greg, before Vince started the new league, or this is while he had the new league?
No, it's just before, because originally he was trying to get in to the IFBB. Remember something? Back in the day, Mannion, too many M's. Mannion wasn't, he was the head of the NPC, but he wasn't the head of the, back then Weeder was still involved.
Yeah, remember, Ben Weeder.
Right. They were still, because Joe Weeder was there. They were all there. And, it was a private dinner. And I was there with Bob Bonham and Mike Quinn. And we were talking, and we were all hanging out by their table talking. We're talking at, Steve Weinberg and everything. And then that shit happened. You know what I mean? Because I think that Mannion must have got wind of, because Mannion wanted to get in the IFBB, take over the IFBB, and I think he got wind of this shit, and they were arguing at the table. They were like a cross, like this, and I just see Mannion fucking going like this and talking to him like that, and then McMahon just sitting there, and he's just looking at him like that, and then fucking Jim Mannion got up, and he was going to. Let me tell you something. Jim Mannion was going to kill him. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know a lot of people don't think, oh, Vince is tough. And let me tell you something. I don't think he would have taken Mannion. McMahon was just standing there, and Mannion was purple. I'm telling you. Quinn was on top of him, and so was and what's his name had him almost in a headlock, but was bear hugging him. Steve Weinberger. It was he wanted to. I'm telling you, Mannion wanted to kill him. McMahon didn't move. He just stood up. That's all he did.
Well, they would have crossed over. I thought it would have been great because they would have had the wrestlers and the guys cross over.
Well, there were no wrestlers there. It was bodybuilding. It was close-knit, because I was working with the IFBB and the NPC. You know what I'm saying?
And McMahon had bodybuilders for a period of time. He had that bodybuilding federation.
Yeah, but this is just before that. This is like 1990 or whatever it was. And then 91, 92, that's when that started. Because originally he wanted to buy in to like the IFBB and shit. He was hanging around with them guys for a little bit.
Because he's a bodybuilder himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole steroid trial.
Roger Stone was his name. What was his name? Stone used to train him. Remember the guy Stone who had the heart.
You're talking about Stone Cold?
No. His name is Stone. I don't know if his first name is
Stone. Steve Stone.
Steve Stone. Steve Stone was his trainer.
I'm friends with Steve Stone. Before Steve Stone, that kid. He died right there at the bodybuilding show.
So Steve Stone had passed away of a heart attack. And he used to train Vince. Vince would have him come in, and he'd have to sometimes wait 4 or 5 hours, or 6 hours, but he'd get paid.
I used to sell him his drugs. That's probably gave to Vince.
Well, he passed away, right?
Yeah.
So Dave tells me. Dave says, because Dave was training Triple H and all that, right?
Yeah.
Dave says to me, I was going to recommend you, but I thought you were too busy. I'm like, what are you talking about? How would you not? Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Dave.
I know. You couldn't get my foot in the door. No, well, if any opportunity that comes down my pike, I always take it.
Let me tell you something. McMahon, actually,
of course I would have.
McMahon looks fucking goddamn good for a guy that's got to be close to 80 years old. How old is he, Joe? Do you know? How old
he's 81 or 82.
Is he that old? Wow.
I think he's close to 80. Yeah.
Wow. Ric Flair wants to wrestle again.
I saw that. Ric Flair. What is he?
He's got to be 80.
All right. Joe.
Bring back the old guys versus the young guys.
Joe's met Ric Flair. He said
right? Like the old superheroes.
Yeah.
Right?
Joe's met
Vince McMahon 79.
Oh,
Vince
wow.
McMahon. Okay, dude, but for 79 years old, he still looks good.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you got the Scotto, bro. You got that Scotto.
He can still form sentences, unlike Biden.
He still trains. Right. He still trains. He works 14 hours a day.
I hear you.
Sometimes really late at night he works out. So I mean, he puts the time. And
dude, I know how he feels. I get mistaken for Brad Pitt all the time.
Yeah. I was with Ric Flair, and he was drunk at like 1 p.m.
Oh man.
Really? When? Just recently?
Yes.
Yeah, probably about I don't know, maybe 3 months ago.
Oh my God.
What's he drinking? Is he drinking beer or?
No, he was drinking. Actually, him and Lawrence Taylor were drinking vodka.
Oh, LT?
I'm a Coke. Yeah, during the day, like hanging around.
Oh yeah, dude, LT's a fucking.
That's insane.
Could you imagine if LT would have trained? If
right?
LT, he would have played another 15 years.
Yeah, he was an animal. Look at
Savage.
He was snorting coke, right, during the games.
Yeah, Coke all the time. Yeah.
Shit.
That goes to show you how gifted, how You're either gifted or you're not gifted.
What about Mark Gastineau? Guy weighed 275, no body fat, and ran a 40-yard dash in like 4.4, 4.3 at fucking 6'7" or 6'6".
Have you seen him lately?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
now he's like, hi, I'm Mark
You
Gastineau.
see him calling out
Brett
Brett
Favre?
Favre?
Brett Favre, yeah, I saw him call out Brett Favre.
He's going, you owe me.
Yeah,
You owe me.
Brett Favre's face.
Right.
What's Favre owe him? Like what for what? Like
Because
He got his sacks.
oh
he
For
said
what? Oh, the man.
Favre took a dive for Michael Strahan to get the sack record.
oh okay.
Okay, Mark Gastineau held the sack record, but Michael Strahan beat him, and
I
it was
can't stand Michael Strahan. Oof.
and
Yeah.
Brett Favre just kind of went back and like fell and fell on, like it was like one of these sacks that it was like they planned it, I guess.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Gastineau's known for that. That sack exchange is never going to be. It's like Babe Ruth. There's few guys who've passed him, but dude, Babe Ruth did it. We're eating hot dogs, smoking cigars, the beer, drinking beer, and in the goddamn dugout. You ever hear the story about the fucking? I forgot what it was, Miller Huggins or whatever. That was the manager, and Babe Ruth told the ball boy, "Hey, go get me a beer and a bunch of hot dogs." And then Miller Huggins said, "Hey, I'm the manager of this team. You go and get that. You get him them hot dogs and a beer. You're fired." And Babe Ruth tells the kid, "Listen to me. Don't listen to him. This is my team. I'm the Yankees. You go get me them fucking hot dogs and a beer right now. You're not gonna get fired." And the kid went and got the hot dogs and the beer, and he didn't get fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Babe Ruth,
how you doing,
Babe Ruth
Mr.
never took the game seriously and had videos, and back then the bats were fucking, whittled and shit, They weren't machine honed, and they didn't have computers making baseballs and stuff. Things were handmade. Forget about it. He would have.
He was a freak athlete like Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Like Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Bo Jackson.
Oh yeah.
All those guys
Jackson was awesome.
freaks.
Gastineau could jump over a fucking horse. Did you ever see that fucking guy?
Yeah.
When he was he was a machine. He could run faster than anybody and could jump. He was like 6'6", 275. He could jump over a horse. I don't care about steroids or any of that shit.
No, he's just gifted.
How many guys can take steroids and do that? Half these bodybuilders today.
Same thing as Walter Perry. Walter Perry was like that too.
I remember Walter Perry. There was a bunch of guys. Klecko. You know what I mean?
What happened with those guys is that God gave them unbelievable talent, and they never had to really work for it. And then when they got older, then they had to work to stay in shape. And now they're like,
who's a better example of that than Herschel Walker? What about Herschel Walker? Herschel Walker made the 80 Olympics, but they canceled it because of fucking you remember?
Carter canceled it.
Greg, your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law.
Get my mother-in-law out of here. Now listen, they canceled the Olympics, but Herschel Walker made the track team, so he would have been in the 80 Olympics on track. He made the Olympics a couple of years ago on the luge. He was playing, on this, the sled.
Oh, I remember that.
You didn't know that? Go Google it. He made.
No, I remember now that you're saying that. Now I remember.
He was on the luge team. He fucking played pro fucking football. He's one of the highest ranking degrees in Taekwondo. He's like a 6th degree black belt. He fought MMA and is undefeated in MMA. He
fought an MMA match.
Huh?
And he fought. I remember he went
a few of them, and he was undefeated. Dude, the guy is a fucking supposedly never lifted weights. The guy's you ever see him with a shirt?
He did push-ups. They had no. I heard of it. He did like a. Oh no, that wasn't him. That was the boxer.
No, he did jailhouse type shit, push-ups. But he had genetics, bro. Same thing with Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson take a baseball bat, snap it like that. You ever see where Bo Jackson ran across the fucking wall?
Yeah,
like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In the outfield, he ran across the wall sideways, not up the wall, sideways across the wall, made a catch and ran across the wall. He'd snap his baseball bats. Bo Jackson was a great baseball player and a great football player. That guy was fucking unbelievable. Those guys are athletes. They're like Diesel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just like Jim Thorpe. It was probably the greatest lacrosse player ever. Jim Brown, another one played.
Jim Brown, yeah. You know why? When Jim Brown played, you used to be able to hold the stick on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to be able to, but he was.
And he was way bigger than everybody else.
Yeah, but it was way violent. It was a much more violent sport.
Yeah.
They cut the violence down. Guys would hit guys with sticks and shit, And the American Indians would beat the fuck out of it. That's an American Indian sport. And those fuckers would beat the shit out of you when you played lacrosse.
Yeah. Dan, what's the name of the dog? They want to know in the chat.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie.
Yep.
Hey, Charlie, the cop shit his pants, Charlie.
All right, guys. Well, we got to wrap up. It's about an hour in.
Oh, shit.
Dan, thank you for jumping on.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Thanks for having me. Thanks, guys.
Mr. G, thank you.
Mr. G, we love you.
A guy says I took money for a fight. I never took money for a fight.
Yeah.
What are you listening to these
Larry
guys?
for jumping in.
Don't listen to these guys, George.
Yeah.
Everyone. All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys. I
You got it,
love you
Greg.
guys.
I'll talk to you later, Greg. You got it, brother.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.